be willing to be uncomfortable. You might squirm a bit, you should squirm a bit, because nobody really enjoys being uncomfortable. But be uncomfortable. Discomfort can breed resilience. Discomfort can open up new understanding and meaning and knowledge. And there are worse consequences than being uncomfortable. Leaving medical school was a very unusual decision, especially in Nigeria, where it is very difficult to get into medical school. Later, people told me that it had been very courageous of me, but I did not feel courageous at all. What I felt then was not courage, but a desire to make an effort, to try. I could either stay and study something that was not right for me, or I could try and do something different, and so I decided to try. I took the American exams and I got a scholarship to come to the US, where I could study something that was not related to medicine. Now, it might not have worked out. I might not have been given the American scholarship. My writing might not have ended up being successful. But the point is that I tried. We cannot always bend the world into the shapes we want, but we can try. We can make a concerted and real and true effort. Always just try, because you never know. I urge you to try and create the world you want to live in. Minister to the world in a way that can change it. Minister radically in a real, active, practical, get your hands dirty way. And the experience has made me rethink many things. What truly matters and what doesn't. What I value and what I don't. Think about what really matters to you. Think about what you want to really matter to you.
Life is hard. It's hard when you are 49 years old, been working on a job for 17 years, and they come in and tell you you're finished and give you 1 week severance pay. You got to start all over again. It's hard when you are married and raising children and your children are crawling and your husband dies unexpectedly. It's hard handling just the tragedies of life. It's hard when you're working on something and you put everything you have in it and it doesn't work out. You lose your money and other people's money. It's hard. It was rough when I lost my job and I could not find a job. It was humiliating and embarrassing, borrowing money, and then I couldn't pay the money back when I told them I would. That's rough. How people look at you, how they respond to you. It's very hard. It's humiliating. Here's what I discovered that happens to you in life, that you will go through things, and while you're going through them, you can't understand why it's happening to you. But after you go through it, you get back and you look at it and you say, oh, now I understand why I needed that lesson. I couldn't understand it then. But after I got through it, then I saw that that was preparing me for bigger and better things. As you go through the challenges of life and you look at it and embrace whatever comes to you, don't run from it. Step toward it. Don't try and duck it like most people do. See, most people want it easy. See, easy come, easy what? Easy go. See, but when you go at what you're going to deal with and you deal with the difficulties of it, when you handle those hard things close at hand, making those hard decisions right now that you don't want to make, learning those things that you don't like to do, but you know that in order for you to get where you want to go, this is one of the hoops that you have to flip through. And I'm saying to you, whatever you got to do it, because if you don't, life is going to whoop you until you surrender and say, okay, all right, I cooperate, okay, I learned, okay. It had to wear me out a long time. So if it's hard, then do it hard. Now, how do you hang in there during the hard, difficult times? Les, you must have faith. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas, unquestionably. You got to have faith, and that faith gives you patience. That it's not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen. A lot of things are going to happen that will catch you off guard. And so therefore you've got to deal with and handle it as it comes. And not only that, but that faith and patience drives you into action. You've got to keep moving and keep plugging away.
I made the decision to be published. I did the research. I wrote and rewrote stories. I sent out manuscripts. This was in the late 1990s, before email became common. And I spent a lot of the little money I had buying stamps for self-addressed envelopes. And each time I went to the mailbox and saw my own handwriting on a thick envelope, I knew that my manuscript had been sent back, and I would feel sad. And I would give myself a bit of time to be upset. And then I would dust myself up and go look up more literary agent addresses in the library and send off a new batch of manuscripts. I got rejection after rejection, but I kept sending them out. And then I got lucky, which is to say that my determination and my hard work and my ambition met with fortune. But the thing about luck is that you have to be prepared to meet it. It's just one ingredient out of many. Sometimes you have to nudge fortune a little, sometimes badger fortune, and keep trying, because luck is never enough.
In the Far East, they have something that's called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. They have to water and fertilize the ground where it is every day. And it doesn't break through the ground until the 5th year. But once it breaks through the ground, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years. Because at any time, had that person stopped watering and nurturing and fertilizing that dream, that bamboo tree would have died in the ground. And I can see people coming out talking to a guy out there watering and fertilizing the ground that's not showing anything. Hey, what you doing? You've been out here a long time, man. You know that's how people are going to do you? So how long you been working on this? How long have you been working on your dreams? And you have nothing to show. This is all you got to show? People are going to do that to you. And some people, ladies and gentlemen, they stop. Because they don't see instant results. It doesn't happen quickly. They stop. Oh, no. You got to keep on watering your dream. And when it began to happen, they stopped laughing. They said, look. Whoa, look here. Look how, hey, man, you know, I know you can do it. Look, you got a job. See, during those hard times, we didn't know how you're going to make payroll. During those times when you failed and things didn't work out, they were nowhere to be found. You know what I discovered? When you're working at your dream, somebody said the harder the battle, the sweeter the victory. Oh, it's sweet to you. It's good to you. Why? See, when it's hard and there's a struggle, see, what you become in the process is more important than the dream. That's far more important. The kind of person you become, the character that you build, the courage that you develop, the faith that you're manifesting. Oh, it's something that you get up in the morning, you look yourself in the mirror, you're a different kind of person. You walk with a different kind of spirit. People know that you know what life is, that you have embraced life. You know it was hard, but you did it hard.
Please own your ambition. Ambition is not a bad word. The desire to be better and to do better is not a bad thing. Please do not twist yourself into shapes to please. Don't do it. If someone likes that version of you that is false and holds back, then they actually just like a twisted shape and not you. And the world is such a gloriously multifaceted, diverse place that there are people in the world who will like you, the real you, as you are. I speak because I think our time on earth is short. And each moment that we are not our truest selves, each moment we pretend to be what we are not, Each moment we say what we do not mean because we imagine that is what somebody wants us to say, then we are wasting our time on earth. I don't mean to sound precious, but please don't waste your time on earth.
The word lifetime is really one of the most accurately descriptive words of itself. Life is time and time is life. If I waste my time, I am committing suicide. And if I waste your time, then I'm committing murder. Time is so critical. You must learn how to treasure it. You must learn how to invest it, not just spend it. You must learn how to manage your time. But most importantly, you must learn how to enjoy your time. To realize the value of 1 year, ask a student who failed a grade. To realize the value of 1 month, ask a mother who gave birth to a premature baby. To realize the value of 1 week, ask the editor of a weekly newspaper. To realize the value of 1 hour, ask the lovers who are waiting to meet. To realize the value of 1 minute, ask a person who just missed a train. To realize the value of 1 second, ask a person who just avoided an accident. If you want to know the value of 1 millisecond, just ask the American athlete, Justin Gatlin, who won silver but lost gold to the Jamaican athlete, Usain Bolt, because Justin Gatlin ran the 100 meters in 9.8 seconds, but Usain Bolt won gold because he ran it in 9.79 seconds. That's not 1 second difference. That's not even 0.1 second difference. That's 0.01 seconds.
To paraphrase something I heard recently, be ashamed to die until you have taken one stand that benefits humanity. There will be times when you're petrified of failing, when fear of failure holds you back. In those moments, here is the truth that is easy to forget. You don't actually know that you will fail. When you fall into the funk of competition, when you worry that you didn't get that job at Goldman or McKinsey or in Silicon Valley right after graduation, or didn't win a Pulitzer at 30, or didn't become a managing director or partner of something at 35, think of literature. Think of the early bloomers and the late bloomers. Think of the many experimental novels that do not follow the traditional form. Your story does not have to have a traditional arc. Whenever you wake up, that is your morning. What matters is that you wake up. The world is calling you. There is work to be done. There are tarnished things that need to shine again. There are broken things that need to be made whole again. You are in a position to do this. You can do it. Be courageous. Tell the truth. I wish you courage and I wish you well.